viendo que están en victoria. Hey, winning the TV. Yes, winning. Maybe we'll hay que tener ganas fácil. Míralo, qué fácil le llaman eso. ¿Eh? That's good, man. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Porque tengo aquí que viven en Fortnite y todo.
Yeah.
They don't even, yeah. Good evening, Greyhound Nation. Here we are live from Floresville, Texas, as we're bringing you the first round district playoff game between the Comfort Bobcats and the Taft Greyhounds. Before we like to get started and everything, let's give a special shout out for all these sponsors for being able to bring tonight's playoff broadcast. Eric Rodriguez, Verdell Murphy, Kim Bettis, Faith Bettis, Mr. Gomez, Olivia Moreno, Mike Sturgeon, Joe Adrian Vara, Nicole Rodriguez, and Ruben Rodriguez. Again, a special thank you to those sponsors being able to bring tonight's broadcast. As you come into the playoffs, fees start coming in, and a special thanks to those sponsors. Those were all covered for tonight, being able to bring to you tonight's coverage live and free from wherever you're watching. Captains for the Greyhounds tonight, number 5, Acosta, number 27, Gomez, number 78, Martinez, and number 60, Nieto. It's like Comfort is going to be getting the ball first as Greyhound's going to be kicking off to them. Very windy, chilly night tonight. Starting to feel like playoff atmosphere and weather. Both teams are set. So here we are again. Comfort Bobcats going to be first to receive tonight's kickoffs. We're going to get to see the Greyhounds defense out on the field first. As number 1, Gildry is going to start out by leading off the kickoff team. Again, Gildry, like I say, multiple games. He has a bag of tricks, so the Greyhounds like to use their special teams to their advantage. So you never know what they're going to start out with. Well, here we are. We're set to kick off the first round of tonight's playoff game as Gildry is going to let this one go deep through the back of the end zone for the touchback, and the game starts out with a touchback from Gildry as the Bobcats are going to start out from their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. So here comes a Greyhound defense that has started to feel themselves towards the end of the season, finding an identity and being able to buckle down after a rough start. So again, this is what's going to take for them to take on the Bobcats tonight. Bobcats a very run-heavy team. They like to ground and pound and then set up the bootlegs and the play action. So you already see them in the wing T style, old school formation. Handoff towards the right side. Goes right behind his guard for about 6 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 4. Ball now at the 32-yard line. So Greyhound's going to really have to establish gap control. Make a mess. Here comes around the end, around the right side. Has a lane to work with and tackled in the open field by Montemayor, who saves even a bigger run on that one, but it's enough to move the chains for a first down. And gets a new set of downs for the Bobcats. Ball now getting closer to midfield with the ball now sitting at the Bobcat 41-yard line. Again, so far, Bobcats all run so far. Going right back towards the inside handoff. Has a lane to work with. And a tough, hard run is going to pick up about another 15, moving the ball into Greyhound territory with the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 42-yard line. So we are. Greyhound's going to really have to start establishing the line of scrimmage and causing some havoc within these blockers. So here we are, pull towards the right side, has a lane to work with, stretching it out towards the inside, cuts it back up towards the middle, one to beat, and tripped up at about the 19-yard line. So the Bobcats quickly moving into Greyhound red zone territory with 10:42 left in the first quarter. Early on in this first quarter, Bobcats on the move, ball now at the 19-yard line. As you're seeing the lead blockers just be able to have their way so far, have plenty of lanes. The Greyhounds are going to have to find a way to disrupt that. Here comes the end around handoff towards the left side. That time the Greyhounds a little bit more patient and able to pick up 5 for the Bobcats, bringing up a 2nd and 5. So the Greyhounds going to have to stop that momentum after that handoff in order to slow down this rush attack from the Bobcats. So far, very run heavy, trying to stretch it outside and hook the ends. Going inside handoff right behind his guard and tackle. Has a lane to work with. Fighting, able to split through 2, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. So it is going to be a first down, 1st and goal with the ball sitting at the 4-yard line. So Bobcats marching all the way down, 1st and goal with the ball now sitting at the 5-yard line. Handoff towards the left side, forces it back up towards the middle. Fumble on the play, still loose around. The Taft recovers the fumble on that one. Greyhound defense able to punch it out just when they needed the break that they needed. And a turnover on downs as the Greyhounds able to jump on that fumble. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Ball right on the backside, though, sitting right at the half-yard line. Greyhounds really going to have to get out of this tight jam, but they were able to buckle down, force a fumble. It's an injury timeout. So we are back after the timeout. So again, it looks like the running back from Comfort just tried to stretch it to get a little bit extra yards, and the Greyhound defense able to take advantage of it and punch it out. As now the Greyhounds starting out 1st and 10 from their own 5. Looking downfield quickly, Gomez with the quick pass, nearly intercepted. So Greyhounds come out passing even though their back's against the wall. A nice aggressive call, wide open, would have gave them a little bit more space, but the incomplete pass is going to stop the play clock at 9:36, 2nd and 10. Going to give it to number 11, Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to put his head down forward and trying to get a little bit of space to work with. Forward progress is going to stop it. Going to give him about a yard to gain. So the Greyhounds getting just a little bit of wiggle room, maybe about a yard, bringing up 3rd and 9. Third and 9. Gomez in the backfield with Acosta. Acosta rolling out, looking downfield, has Rodriguez wide open, and it's in and out of his hands and intercepted at the Greyhound 15-yard line. So Comfort's defense comes up with their own break of their own. Beautiful route by Rodriguez. Rodriguez just unable to bring that one in, and a turnover after the interceptions. Going to bring up a 1st and 10 with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 14-yard line. The handoff towards the right side, cuts it back up towards the middle. Nice shifty move, but the Greyhound defense able to collapse on that cut. Still going to get a gain of about 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 5. Ball now moving to the 10-yard line. Again, 8:38 left to play in the first quarter, and so far both defenses have been able to come up with a turnover. Here comes an end around towards the right side, has a lane of blockers, able to split through one, and able to split into the end zone for the touchdown. At 8:18 left to play in the first quarter, Comfort able to strike first. There is an injury on the field. We are back from the injury timeout. Comfort able to get into the end zone as now they're lining up for one more. Try to take the 7-0 lead over the Greyhounds. Low snap, able to get that one through the uprights. And 8:18 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats are able to strike first. So we are Bobcats set to kick it off to the Greyhounds. Greyhounds have number 11. Also Rodriguez along with Martinez. A short kick towards the right side. And a penalty as it didn't go 10 yards. I actually went out of bounds. So the Greyhounds most likely going to take the short side field. Adding 5 to the end of this, we'll probably get field position at about the 45. So it's going to be even better than that as the ball's now going to be sitting down at the 47-yard line. So the Bobcats try to catch the Greyhounds off guard, but the kick went out of bounds. So the Greyhounds going to take advantage of that penalty and be starting field position at the 47-yard line for the second possession of the night. Acosta comes out in an empty shotgun formation. Rodriguez in motion, now going towards the backfield. Gonna fake handoff towards him. Flea flicker looking down the middle, left side of the field. Davis comes back for it, but an incomplete pass as he's unable to hang on to that one. Hounds come out with their own trickery of their own. Incomplete pass, though, is going to bring out 2nd and 10. So Costa goes right down to Gildry, and the quick outside pass is incomplete. So Greyhounds trying to find a rhythm offensively. As another incomplete pass is going to bring up 3rd and 10, stopping the clock at 8:07 in the first quarter. Again, Greyhounds trying to take advantage of the short side field with the ball already at the 47-yard line. Costa going to roll the pocket out towards the left side. Able to gilk up with Gildry. Gildry going to make this a 4th and short with only 3 yards to go. More than likely, the Greyhound offense going to stay out on the field with 4th and officially 4 yards to gain to keep this drive alive. The Greyhounds in Bobcat territory, though, at the 45-yard line. So here comes up a 4th and 4 for the Greyhounds. Play clock at about 18. So here we are, our first 4th down of the night. And it comes with a 4th and 4, play clock at about 8 seconds. 5, going to be very close to see if they can get it off. Acosta able to get it off, looking downfield. An incomplete pass as he tries to go to Gildry right in the middle, but he tries to force it into 2 defenders, and an incomplete pass is going to bring up a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 coming up from the 45-yard line of the Bobcats. So Greyhounds unable to take advantage on that one. Now handoff towards the right side, able to slip away from one, still on his feet now. Finally knocked down. It's going to be very close to a 1st down. They might move it, say it's enough, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So quickly, Bobcats now into Greyhound territory, bringing up 1st and 10 with the new set of downs, ball sitting at the 45-yard line in Greyhound territory. Our play clock at about 14 seconds. 1st and 10, ball at the 45-yard line of the Greyhounds. Inside handoff, has a lane to work with, still on his feet. Finally brought down, but it's not till after another 1st down. So far the Bobcats running offense has been the difference in tonight's game. As now another 1st down with the ball now at the Greyhound 25-yard line. So the Bobcats wasting no time. Now handoff towards the left side. and just gets right behind his blockers and able to rumble forward for another 11 yards. Again, these Bobcats not doing anything special, just really letting these running lanes develop, getting behind their blockers and finding a seam and just rumbling down forward for about 11 yards at a time on this drive alone. So the Greyhounds are going to have to really start trying to take away these blockers and these running lanes from these Bobcats. And now inside handoff right behind the guard. Once again, hard running is going to be stopped about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Again, after these defensive linemen clog up these holes, it's going to be up to these linebackers to be able to fill in those cutback lanes, try to slow down this Bobcat offense that's averaging over at least 7 yards a carry. Go right back towards the inside handoff. That time, Greyhound's able to step in the hole and take him down quickly, giving him only a 2-yard gain, bringing up a 3rd and about 5. 5:25 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats facing a 3rd and about 5 yards to gain. Now they're going back into this single back formation. Handoff right back in towards the middle. Gets right behind his guard, and nothing fancy on that one. Just finds that running lane and sticks to it. The Greyhound defense ain't been able to clog up these lanes, and the Bobcats are into the end zone for another score of the night. 13-0 with 5:04 left to play in the first quarter on top of the Greyhounds. And a penalty flag on that one. If it stands, it will be good for an extra point. Penalty be declined. And the Bobcats extra point is going to be good. So 14-0, 5:04 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats on top of the Greyhounds right now. Again, we want to shout out our special thanks to tonight's sponsors, being able to cover tonight's fees and bring you tonight's live broadcast right here live from Floresville, Texas in the first round of the playoffs. A quick run through: Eric Rodriguez, Verdell Murphy, Kim Perez, Faith Perez, David Gomez, Olivia Moreno, Mike Sturgeon, Joe Adrian Vara, Nicole Rodriguez, and Ruben Rodriguez. Again, special thanks to those sponsors for being able to cover tonight's feast, to be able to bring to you tonight's broadcast live and free from Floresville, Texas in the first round of the playoffs between the Comfort Bobcats and the Taft Greyhounds. So here we are, Greyhounds getting set to receive this one with number 11, Rodriguez deep, along with Martinez still. Last time, Bobcats try a fast one on the Greyhounds. Greyhounds were able to get that one to get out of bounds, so it's going to be interesting to see what the Bobcats are going to try on this one, whether they're going to let it go. Again, Rodriguez is dangerous if he gets the ball in his hands, has a couple returns on kick return. They want no part of him once again, as this high kick is going to be received by the Greyhounds and just quickly drops down. Stopping play at the Greyhound, about 36-yard line. So here go Acosta for the 3rd time tonight. It's going to bring out the offense and try to get something going. First drive ended it up in an interception, and the last one in Bobcat territory ended up in a turnover on down. So again, Greyhounds don't want to dig themselves into a bigger hole. So with 5:04 left to play in the first quarter, Greyhounds trying to put something together as Acosta brings out the offense into a shotgun formation. 3 split to the left, 1 split to the right. You're going to hit Davis quickly, and the Greyhounds just can't seem to get a grip on that ball as another drop ball is going to stop the play at 5 minutes. Again, this cold, chilly weather is really a different climate, a different element, especially going deeper into these rounds of the playoffs. So far, this is really having been in the favor of the Greyhounds as these receivers have quite a few drops. You're going to have to be able to clean that up in order to get something going. 2nd and 10 for the Greyhounds. Looking downfield, has a receiver wide open in the middle and just overthrows him. So another incomplete pass for the Greyhounds is going to bring up a 3rd and 10. So Greyhounds unable to find any kind of rhythm and flow so far tonight. Couple deep shots, but that's not what the offense is looking for. Trying to get a rhythm right now. You're starting to see the Comfort Bobcats starting to get comfortable and just starting to sit their safeties back up on these long seam routes in between the hash marks. So Greyhounds are going to have to find some kind of flow. As now Costa rolling the pocket towards the left side, and they're going to get the Greyhounds for a false start. Going to back them up behind the sticks. Sure enough, and a false start against the Greyhounds digs them into a bigger hole as now they're faced with 3rd and 15. So the Greyhounds come in an empty shotgun formation. Acosta alone in the backfield. Plenty of time to throw. Has Gildry wide open in the middle and overthrows him for another incomplete pass, stopping clock at 4:45. And an injury timeout's going to stop play. So after the injury timeout, it's going to be 4th and 15. The Greyhounds have the punting unit out on the field. Clean snap. Just able to get that one off. That's a nice punt by Bondia, able to take a couple Greyhound bounces. It looked like a clearly roughing the kicker on that one, but the backfield judge thought otherwise. So the Greyhounds don't get the break that they should have had, but they're able to get a couple bounces, backing up the Comfort all the way down into their own, looks like 6 yard, 7 yard line. 1st and 10 with 4:27 left to play in the first quarter. Comfort gonna have to drive the length of the field. So see the Greyhounds defensive line can try and get a rhythm on this offensive line, stop their flow. Here comes the handoff towards the right side, cut back towards up the middle, able to break away from one. Finally brought down, but it's not till after 11 yards gained on the play for another first down, moving the ball to about the 19, 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. Again, these Bobcats running backs just having their way, not anticipating anything or any kind of penetration. Greyhound's going to really have to start getting into the backfield. As another tough run on that one, able to get the Bobcats up to, looks like their own 29-yard line with about 2nd and 4. Here go. Inside handoff right behind the guard. Once again, tough hard running, able to bounce off a couple after contact, and then moves his change for another set of downs with 3:24 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats once again driving. Again, Bobcat difference in tonight's game is that the Bobcats rushing attack has been able to average close to almost 8 to 9 yards every carry, with even a couple of them being even bigger than that. So this time, handoff towards the left side, brought down, but it's not till after a 6 yard gain. So again, this offense exactly what it's designed to do. Gain 5 to 6 yards at a time is a perfect scenario for them, as now they're facing second and short. So we are 1st and 10. Now the quarterback gets right behind the center and just pushes and lunges forward for another first down. So it's going to give the Bobcats another set of downs with 2:28 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats moving closer and closer to midfield with the ball now at the own 43-yard line. And a false start against the Bobcats to be exactly maybe what the Greyhounds are needing, as that's going to back up the Bobcats 5 and behind the sticks with now 1st and 15. So we are 1st and 15 after the penalty. Handoff towards the left side, trying to stretch it outside the numbers. And a good open field tackle by Liao, able to stay disciplined and hold that edge. Able to stop him for only a 2 yard gain, bring it up 2nd and 13. It's exactly what the Greyhounds are going to have to do. They're going to have to stop the flow of these running backs and make them stop in their space and cover the backside lanes, as Liao does exactly that on that one with the open field tackle, bringing them down for a short gain, as now they're faced with 2nd and long. Handoff towards the left side now, able to find a lane and able to break through two defenders, and he's off to the races as the Bobcats are onto the board once again, now stretching out their lead 20-0 with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Again, this offensive design has heavy blocking on this, and one missed assignment can really spring the runner open, and that's exactly what happened on that last run, as the Bobcats were able to get into the end zone and now stretching their lead 20-0 with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. So it would be a false start. I mean, offsides against the Greyhounds, but it doesn't matter. They got plenty of distance and up through the uprights for one. And it's going to be all up to see what the Bobcats are going to choose to do. They're going to decline it and keep the extra point. So the Bobcats extending their lead 21-0 with 1:10 left to play in this first round of the bi-district playoffs between the Comfort Bobcats and the Taft Greyhounds. Taft Greyhounds are really going to have to try and get something going on this drive, as now they're faced with a 3-touchdown deficit. The Bobcats getting set so far tonight. They have shown they want none of Rodriguez to see if they choose to play it safe once again. That's exactly what they do. So a short kick, taking a couple of bounces, still on the ground, and a key mistake by the Greyhounds. Don't jump on the ball as the ball is just bouncing around. And here go the Bobcats already taking advantage. So tonight has been the Bobcats special teams that has been able to make a difference also, as now the Greyhounds were going to try and make something happen on offense. They're going to have to bring a defense that just had to drive the length of the field with the offense of Bobcats with a run-heavy offense. They haven't thrown one pass tonight. They haven't needed to, as they've been averaging almost on that last drive at least 9 to 10 yards a carry, with a couple of them being stopped for short distance. But other than that, here a few times the Bobcats offense has had their way with 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Bobcat offense back out on the field trying to take advantage of the kickoff that ended up bouncing in their way as the Greyhound kickoff return looked like they fell asleep. So here we are, 1st and 10, ball sitting at the Greyhound 39-yard line. End around towards the right side, trying to stretch it outside the numbers. Has a lane, still on his feet. And this is all the Bobcats as they're able to get into the end zone once again. Now stretching their lead out to 27-0 with the kick extra point coming up. Bobcats lining it up for one more, trying to stretch it out to 28. Plenty of distance, but it's no good. So 27-0 with 101 left to play in the first quarter. Greyhounds facing a huge deficit, and it's going to have to start with something right now big from the Greyhounds to try and swing some kind of momentum in their way. So here we are, Bobcats. Last short kick was able to bounce in their favor. This time, Rodriguez is going to get a chance to return this one. Very dangerous. If he gets a lane, has some space, trying to break away from one, has the left sideline, down to the races. You're not going to catch this man. And he's off into the end zone once again. So the Greyhounds get the break that they've been desperately waiting, and it comes no other from Rodriguez. He's able to break away on the kick return, 27-6. Greyhounds able to get onto the board just when they needed a break. They turned to the man they needed most, number 11, Rodriguez. That's exactly why they've been playing keep away from him all night. And that time they kick it to him, and he makes them pay as they're onto the board for the first time, as Gildry is going to come out onto the field and trying to add one more to the scoreboard. Has plenty of distance through the uprights for one. So 27-7. The Greyhounds onto the board for the first time, knocking the deficit down to a 3-touchdown. So again, still plenty of time to play in this game with 46 seconds. It still is only the first quarter. Greyhounds are going to kick off to the Bobcats. Again, they will get the second half kickoff, so the Greyhounds can take advantage of this second quarter. They might be able to fit themselves into a better scenario. But it's going to start exactly on this defensive drive. The Greyhounds really going to have to catch a break and stop this offense from the Bobcats that tonight has just had their way. So hopefully this is the momentum break that the Greyhounds are looking for as we're waiting for Gildry to bring the kickoff team out onto the field. So we are 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gildry lining it up. And this one's going to be booted. And it's going to go through the end zone for a touchback. So once again, the Bobcats going to have to drive the length of the field. But they're going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Again, we want to thank tonight's sponsors for being able to bring tonight's live broadcast to you. Run through the list one more time before this quarter's over. Eric Rodriguez, Verdell Murphy, Kim Pettis, Faith Pettis, David Gomez, Olivia Moreno, Mike Sturgeon, Joe Adrian, Nicole Rodriguez, and Ruben Rodriguez. Again, thank you to our sponsors. On 1st and 10, here comes a handoff towards the left side. Has another lane to work with. Off to the races. And the Bobcats running game has just been tremendous tonight as the defensive backers from the Greyhounds has just been lost. And they've been taking advantage of the second level. And that time, the Bobcats come right back and strike quickly, 33-7. So the momentum shifts right back towards the Bobcats. So that one's through the uprise for one more. 34-7 with 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bobcats able to extend the lead once again, back up to 4 touchdown lead. So we are Bobcats kickoff team. Last time made the mistake of kicking to Rodriguez. This time they won't make the same one. High kick as the Greyhound signal for a fair catch. The Greyhounds going to take over possession at the 35-yard line with 33 seconds left to play. We're still in the first quarter. We are 1st and 10. Acosta brings out the offense. Quick pass towards the left side. Rodriguez able to get a hold of that one. Still on his feet, trying to make something happen. Tough hard run after the catch is going to bring up about 5 yards of gain on that one, bringing up 2nd and 5. And that looks like that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter unless the Greyhounds are going to run up to the line and try to get one more off. That's exactly what they're going to do with 9 seconds. Acosta hurries to the line, gets this one off, looking downfield. And the incomplete pass is going to bring up a 3rd and 6. To start the second quarter, Acosta has Liao in the backfield with him. Looking downfield, has Gildry wide open in the middle of the field, able to break away for one, still off to the races, and finally dragged down at about the 20-yard line. So the Greyhounds finally able to get some offensive momentum going as they're now deep into Bobcat territory after the big running catch by Gildry. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 with the new set of downs already in the red zone. Rodriguez catches a quick pass towards the right side, able to break away from one, muscles through another one, and able to tightrope. But they're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the 4-yard line. So 11:29, the clock's going to stop in the second quarter as Rodriguez able to get the short side screen on the right side down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal now for the Greyhounds. Here we are, 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Acosta has one in the backfield with him. Going to try and tuck it down and roll himself, and that's a big mistake as the Comfort defense makes him pay. As he looked off the inside slant, Martinez was wide open on the slant. Acosta tried to make something happen on his feet, but a nice open field tackle by the Comfort defensive line is going to bring up a sack and back up the Greyhounds to their own to the Comfort 10-yard line. Still 2nd and goal. Again, the Greyhounds cannot get a 1st down unless it's by penalty. So looking downfield, has the Rodriguez towards the right side and just out of his reach as he tried to make the readjustment, and the incomplete pass is going to bring up 3rd and goal from the Bobcat 10-yard line. So we are 3rd and goal for the Greyhounds. Acosta has Liao in the backfield with him. Looking downfield, able to get it. And a nice catch is going to bring the Greyhounds down back inside the 5. It looks like the official marking is going to be the 2-yard line. 4th and goal coming up after the big catch by Martinez. And it looks like the Greyhounds are going to burn their first timeout of the first half. So again, real quick, we're gonna on this time out, we're gonna give a special shout out to not only our regular sponsors throughout the season that were able to get you through the season, but tonight's special sponsors: Eric Rodriguez, Verdell Murphy, Kim Pettis, Faith Pettis, David Gomez, Olivia Moreno, Mike Sturgeon, Joe Agent Vara, and Nicole and Ruben Rodriguez. Again, thank you for helping us bring tonight's broadcast live from Floresville, Texas, to the first round of the playoffs for the Greyhounds. So we are fourth and goal coming up for the Greyhounds with 10:31 left to play in the second quarter. Greyhounds trying to put themselves back onto the board. Costa dropping back, tries a quick pass to Rodriguez, and an incomplete pass as the Greyhounds unable to put that one into the end zone, and the drive's going to stall out at the Comfort Bobcat 4-yard line at 10:27 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats defense comes up with a big stop, forcing the turnover on down, so it's going to be first and 10. Bobcats taking over from their own 4-yard line. And a big run on first down is already going to get the Bobcats the room that they needed. So another big carry over 10 yards. Bobcats already closing in on almost 400 yards of rushing just in the first half alone. Handoff towards the left outside. That time, the Greyhound defense able to secure that edge and bringing them down for a 2-yard gain on that one. That's exactly what the Greyhound defense is going to need more of. So outside handoff that time. It's going to stop him for another short gain, bringing up a third and about 5 yards to gain. Third and 4 coming up for the Bobcats with 9:14 left to play in the second quarter. On third down, the Greyhound trying to get some defensive momentum, and a handoff towards the left side. Just patiently waiting and able to lunge forward for another set of downs. So on third down, the Bobcats able to get enough for a first down, moving the chains forward. And now the ball sitting at the Bobcat 27-yard line. First and 10, new set of downs. 8:48 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats on the move once again. Handoff towards the left side. And that time, Greyhound defense able to get penetration in the backfield, bringing up a second and 8. So we are second and about 8 yards to gain for the Bobcats. Try the misdirection towards the left side, has some room to work with, able to break away from one, still on his feet, makes another one miss. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at about the Bobcat 48-yard line. So another big running play is going to move the chains forward. Again, this offense is forced to cause you to have to be able to read your guards and find some lanes to be able to cut off this run flow. And on that time, the misdirection towards the left side opened up the run towards the right. Patient running as the ends got hooked on that one was a big gain on first down and go right back towards that same play. But this time, the Greyhound defense able to catch a beat on that one. And the linebackers able to come in and fill that one quickly for no gain, bringing up 2nd and 10 as that one goes nowhere. So the Greyhound defense finally gets a no gain. And you can see it started with the penetrations by that front line, able to get into the backfield and cause that disruption, not making it easier for the ball carrier. As now you see the Greyhounds running up their linebackers. Now a pitch towards the left outside, and that time Rodriguez with a nice open field tackle, able to secure that one for once again no gain, bringing up 3rd and 10 now. As Rodriguez with a beautiful open field tackle, able to bring him down quickly as the clock still ticking at 7:09 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats faced with their first 3rd and long of the night. Handoff towards the right side. Patient running, able to get right behind his guard, and that time the Bobcats go into a spread formation and a handoff towards the right side. And a beautiful running by number 4 of the Bobcats, able to move the chains again and now deeper into Greyhound territory with the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 38-yard line. 6:30 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats on the march again. Handoff towards the left side now. Going to be brought down for a short gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 8 with the clock going to be under 6 minutes after this one. Now handoff towards the right side. Hard running, still pushing forward, getting that second push from his offensive line. Is going to be brought down just short of the first down. Going to be about 3rd and half a yard to gain for the Bobcats. Clock going to be under 5 minutes after this one snapped. It's exactly what this Bobcat offense is designed to do. Drive the lengths of the field, but doing that, they're going to wear down your defenses. Now they go right behind the center and do nothing fancy but just push forward for more than enough for a first down. So the chains are going to be reset, and the Bobcats are going to get a new set of downs. 5:10 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats deep into Greyhound territory with the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 25-yard line. And the handoff towards the middle. Able to get 5 yards on that one, bringing up 2nd and 5 now. Here we are, 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Now the misdirection towards the left side. Able to get enough for a first down. And a new set of downs are now given to the Bobcats as the ball is going to be inside the red zone with officially sitting at the 15-yard line with the clock ticking near 4 minutes late into this second quarter. Again, the Greyhounds do get the ball first, second half, but it's going to mean nothing if the Bobcats are able to finish off this drive. And a big hard run right there, able to get another 9 yards on that one, bringing up 2nd and 1 now. So again, Bobcats, a rushing attack has been able to average almost over 10 yards a carry. Every time they're touching the ball, it's been nothing but positive besides a couple here and there. The defense have been able to get them for short gains. But other than that, this offensive line has been having its way. As this time bounces out towards the right side and able to sneak in after a contact and get into the end zone for once again another touchdown. 40-7, 3:34 left to play in the second quarter. It's been all Bobcats so far tonight. So the Bobcats coming out trying to add one more. Plenty of distance as it's through the uprights for one more. 41-7, 3:34 left to play in the second quarter. It's been all Bobcats live tonight from Floresville as they got the Comfort Bobcats taking on the Taft Greyhounds in the first round of the UIL playoffs. So big kick by this one, bounces around. Rodriguez going to get a chance to return this one, trying to stretch it out towards the right side, trying to find a lane. Able to break away from a couple, and a good second effort, able to give the Greyhounds a little bit better starting field position than initially received. So now it's going to be first and 10 from their own 28-yard line. So we are Costa first and 10, going to bring the offense out with 3:25 left to play in the second quarter. A low snap on that one. Of course, they're able to somehow pick it up, but it is going to be a loss on that one as a low snap. Again, a very windy and chilly night here, and it's been all Bobcats so far in this game, holding the 41-7 lead with 3:08 left to play in the second quarter. Second and 13 coming up for the Greyhounds. And a false start penalty against the Greyhounds is once again going to back them up. So we are second and long now, about 20 yards to gain for the Greyhounds, and they're trying to keep this drive alive. 2:47 left to play in the second quarter. And Costa still on his feet trying to make something happen, but the Bobcat defense lets that one go nowhere, and all that effort was maybe about a gain of about a yard. And a timeout taken by the Bobcats with 2:18 left to play. Looks like the Bobcats are going to try and save as much time as the Greyhounds are third and long. They're going to waste no time, and they're going to have enough time to be able to receive this one if they're able to stop them. So we are third and long for the Greyhounds, and they try to go towards a quick screen, and it goes nowhere as the Bobcats defensive backs on that one able to jump on that one quickly. So in fourth and long, with under 2 minutes left to play, the Greyhounds punting unit going to come out onto the field. Again, Greyhounds punting against the wind. So it looks like they'll be able, the Comfort Bobcats are going to be able to get good starting field position with the under. They're going to get this one about, I would say, around 1:30. So it's going to have plenty of time. And a short kick doesn't get much. It's going to give the Bobcats already starting field position in Greyhound territory with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 41-yard line with 129 left to play in the second quarter. Again, the Bobcats do not have no first down, no timeouts, but every first down will be stopped. The clock for just momentarily as they reset the chains. So we are. Play clock at just 13 seconds. Bobcats coming back into that tight formation. Handoff in the middle to number 4, bouncing it around. Brought down for a short gain. It's going to bring up a second and 8 with 1:15 left to play in the second quarter. Bobcats hustling to the line quickly. Handoff towards the left side, trying to find a lane. It's going to gain maybe about another 4, bringing up second and about 3. And the injury timeout's going to stop the clock at 54 seconds. All right, back from injury timeout. 3rd and about 4 yards to gain for the Bobcats. Handoff towards the right side, looking for a lane. Can be very close to a first down. And they say he has enough to move the chains forward. So here we are. Play clock at 30 seconds. Misdirection, drop back, wide open towards the right side, and a beautiful pass and into the end zone for yet another score as the Bobcats choose a perfect time to bring out the play action pass and cast the Greyhounds napping after a run heavy all first half. Their first pass of the night comes at no better time. With 27 seconds in the second quarter, 47-7, Bobcats on top of the Greyhounds. And it's through the uprights, good for one more. 48-7, 27 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Right before halftime, Bobcats able to strike once again as they're able to catch the Greyhounds on that play action pass. And a beautiful catch. So here we are, Bobcats coming out onto the field to kick it probably one more time. 27 seconds left to play in the second quarter. So here we are, Bobcats. The short kick towards the right side. Bouncing around, Rodriguez going to pick it up, trying to make something happen. And a good open field tackle by the Bobcats gets him nowhere. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the Greyhounds' own 15-yard line with 23 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here we are, 23 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Acosta jogging the offense out onto the field. Greyhounds still do have 2 timeouts. Fake the end around to Rodriguez. Rodriguez still on his feet. Brought down for a first down though. Clock going to momentarily stop as the chains get set with 12 seconds. Now the clock once again, game clock at 8 seconds now. Rodriguez once again in motion, going to try the end around. Nothing special on this one. As the Greyhounds are just going to jog it into halftime. 48-7 at halftime. The Bobcats go into the locker room holding the lead over the Greyhounds. Again, we'll let y'all watch the bands at halftime as they perform.
Texas Association of Sports Officials, known as TAFTO, TASO, can help you make it happen. Texas is currently experiencing a shortage of officials in all sports. We need people who love the games and want to be a part of the solution so that our student athletes can continue to participate in the games they love. Never officiated before? Don't worry. TASO will provide you the training you need. Why not make your first great call by contacting us today at taso.org. That's TASO.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the band with pride, your 2023-2024 Greyhound Marching Band. The Greyhound Marching Band has won multiple sweepstakes awards and has been a consistent area qualifier over the last few years. The Taft High School Band has been a two-time UIL State Marching Band qualifier in 2000 and in 2009. The Taft High School Band was recognized as the 2023 TMEA Honor Band State semifinalist last year and received 15th place at Area E Marching Band Competition. The Taft Greyhound Band would like to recognize the following band members for their dedication to the band program. Our band member of the week is Jacob Tarzan, and the section of the week goes to the trombone. The band is under the direction of drum major Max Lopez and Gavin Severina. The band will be performing a tribute to our veterans Hamlin a round of applause for the service, and let's hear it once again for your band with pride, the Taft Greyhound Marching Band. The band will now perform A Land of 1,000 Dances by Chris Tennis. The Taft High School Band is under the direction of Head Director Mr. Josephine Fong, Assistant Band Director Robert Ahmed, and Samuel Seguiza. The Greyhound Band would like to thank the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Irene Garza, and the Taft Board of Trustees. Finally, we'd like to thank the band boosters and the parents that help make their efforts possible. Thank you all for your continued support. Once again, let's hear it for our band with pride, the Taft High School Greyhound Band.
Comfort High School Marching Band is proud to present their 2023 halftime show. Tonight, the band will be performing their UIL show entitled Night Fury. The section of the week, The Intern. The drum major for the Comfort High School Marching Band is Cynthia O'Dale. Drum major, your band ready. just over 4 minutes before we start the second half. Plenty of time to still make it to the concession stand, where it was just announced that they're having a sale on cheeseburgers. $3 cheeseburgers. They still have fajitas and hot dogs as well. Don't forget to pick up some candy and soda while you're there at the concession stand. That's a $3 cheeseburger while they last. I was just telling Matt when we were down there, I was up looking for you. Like, oh, it's not that cold. I was like, look who's right behind you. I was like, look at the way the wind is blowing. I was like, you're not feeling anything.
All right, so we're back from halftime as the Greyhounds are going to be first to set to return. And a fair catch is going to be called about the 31-yard line. It's going to be first and 10 for the Greyhounds to start the second half. It's going to be first to
The
get this
Greyhounds will start right there.
possession. A very chilly night live here from Floresville, Texas. In the first half, it was all the Bobcats in this first round between the Comfort Bobcats and the Taft Greyhounds. As we come into the second half, Bobcats holding a 48-7 lead. Bosa is going to get his first possession of the second half and bring the offense out onto the field. So we are on 1st and 10. Going to get the inside handoff to Gomez. Gomez bounces it around the left side. Able to fight forward for a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7. So Corsa dropping back. Inside receiver able to hook up with Gildry. Gildry able to break away from one. Finally brought down. Going to move the ball to their own 42-yard line.
First down, Greyhounds.
Here we are, 1st and 10 after the new set of downs. After Gildry was able to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, able to hook up with Martinez on the left side. Martinez able to pick up another first down for the Greyhounds. And a late penalty flag is going to be thrown against the Greyhounds.
Catch by Andrew Martinez.
And a personal foul after the fact is going to back up that good reception, 15 yards, but it is after the first down, so they still should keep their first down. So still going to be a first down. So now it's 1st and 12. Of course, plenty of time able to hook up with Martinez. Once again, Martinez able to pick up a first down. Back-to-back first downs with Martinez from Acosta. Now Greyhounds into Bobcat territory. So we are 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 48-yard line. Greyhounds into Bobcat territory for the third time tonight. Looking downfield, Costa steps up into the pocket, still looking downfield, able to try and escape from one, but a good open field tackle right there. Going to get no gain on that one, brings up 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 after the beautiful open field tackle by the Bobcat defender. 9:38 left to play in the third quarter. So we are Costa rolling out towards the left side, going to go ahead and try and keep it himself. And he's going to quickly step out of bounds for short gain. As they gained about maybe one on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10. 9:05 left to play in the third quarter. So we are 3rd and long for the Greyhounds. Greyhounds trying to keep this drive alive. Acosta dropping back. Plenty of time to throw. Has Rodriguez wide open on the right side. And Rodriguez able to hang on to this one and get into the end zone. As the Greyhounds into the end zone for the second time, as Rodriguez able to catch his first touchdown of the night, but his second touchdown of the night First touchdown for him came on the kick return. That one on the reception from Acosta to Rodriguez. So they're able to quickly get onto the board, 48-13, as Gildry running out onto the field to try and add one more. Clean snap and hold, plenty of distance through the uprights for one more. 14-48. Comfort Bobcats still holding the lead, but the Greyhounds quickly strike in this third quarter with 8:35 left to play. Greyhounds able to get onto the board in the second half for the first time. As now they're going to bring out the kickoff unit. They are Gildry coming out with the kickoff unit, trying to add. Last two kicks, he just chose to put it through the back of the end zone. And the referees blow this one dead before it even gets started. So we are. It looks like the officials weren't ready on that one, so they're going to restart this kick. As that one, you see Gildry trying to get that bounce for the Greyhounds. So it's going to be curious if they're going to try that one again. And the ball is loose, still bouncing around. The Comfort Bobcats able to pick that one up. Now it has a lane towards the right side, able to break away from one, still on his feet. Finally brought down. The ball at the officially at the Bobcat 40-yard line. First and 10, 8:27 left to play in the third quarter. So there are Bobcats on the first down carry, able to pick up about 6, bringing up second and 4. Again, Bobcats offense already over 400 yards rushing in the game. Been the really, really big difference in tonight's game. As the Bobcats rushing offense has just been able to have their way all through the first half as they were able to put up 48 points with only one pass thrown through the air all through the first half. So now you see the Bobcats in a spread formation, handoff towards the right side. Able to rumble forward for yet another first down as now the ball is deeper into Greyhound territory. with the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 45-yard line. We are first and 10 from the Greyhound 45-yard line. Try to end around towards the left side.
Still managed to get 5
Able to
yards
pick
out of
up
the way.
5 on that one, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Tackle made by Chris Strickland.
So here we are. Bobcats in Greyhound territory. Ball sitting at the Greyhound 39-yard line. Inside handoff. Nothing fancy on that one. Still fighting forward, and yet another first down with a new set of downs coming up as a changer getting set. 6:30 left to play in the third quarter. Bobcats on the march already at the Greyhound 29-yard line. First and 10 after the first down. Once again, inside handoff right behind the center. Has a lane to run. And he's into the end zone once again for another score. 54-14, 6:07 left to play in the third quarter. It's been nothing but Bobcats all game, and that one proves to be no different. As now the Bobcats running on their kicking unit out onto the field to try and add one more to this one. And it's through the uprights for one more, 55-14. After the Bobcat touchdown, 6:07 left to play in the third quarter. Bobcats set to kick it off to the Greyhounds. Liao's going to get a chance to return this one. Able to break away from one, still on his feet. Able to give the Greyhounds good starting field position with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 42-yard line. 6:02 left to play in the third quarter. Greyhound offense coming back out onto the field after the last drive. Of course, I was able to hook up to with Rodriguez over the top on the right side. Here we are, first and 10 with the ball sitting at the Greyhound 43-yard line. Acosta in the shotgun formation. Quick pass to Rodriguez on the left side. Rodriguez able to split through two. Still fighting forward. Finally brought out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain after short catch was able to turn into an 8-yard gain for the Greyhounds. It's going to bring up second and about 2 yards to gain. Your Costa goes right back. Looking downfield, steps up into the pocket. Now Rodriguez wide open, able to slip away from one. Acosta able to get that one away to Rodriguez, picking up another first down as Rodriguez, second effort, able to make the Greyhounds go deeper into the Bobcat territory with 5:24 left to play again. Thank you for those that continue to watch through all the season as this game winds down deeper into the third quarter. Greyhounds on the march. And this chilly night of the first round of the district playoffs between Comfort Bobcats and the Taft Greyhounds. Acosta tries to over the middle pass. Martinez able to come down with that one and into the end zone for yet another score. So the Greyhounds able to get onto the board once again. 4:57 left to play in the third quarter. 55-20 as Gildry's going to come out onto the field to try to add one more. So we are Gildry set to add one more. And there is going to be a roughing the kicker on that one. But Gildry is still able to get that one through the uprights. 55-21. Bobcats still holding the lead over the Greyhounds. So we are. The 15-yard penalty is going to be attached to the kickoff. So Gildry is going to have short kicking position. Says most likely this is going to be some kind of onside or trying. The Greyhound's going to try and get some kind of advantage out of this one. With nothing to lose right here, really expect some kind of onside kick or short pooch kick that at least going to try and get that Greyhound bounce. Try to give them an opportunity to jump on that one. After the penalty, kickoff's going to take place at the Bobcat 45-yard line. Gildry going to try and get a Greyhound bounce. Short kick towards the middle. Clean catch about at the 10-yard line, though. Now Bobcats trying to find a running lane. And finally brought down at about the 33-yard line. So the Bobcats still able to get themselves in decent field position, better than a touchback. So with 4:49 left to play, the offense comes back out onto the field. Greyhound defense still has yet to force a turnover on downs besides the early fumble that resulted at the 1 yard line. So the Bobcats were still able to drive the length of the distance. So the Greyhounds still tonight haven't been able to stop this Bobcat from going the length of the field. And an inside carry right there by number 4 brought down quickly, probably about a 2 yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 8. Play clock under 44 minutes and 30 seconds. Here we are, 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Bobcats go right back towards that inside handoff. Patient running right there is going to pay off for yet another first down as the Bobcats able to move the chains once again.
First down, Bobcats.
We are 1st and 10 with the end around. The end around fake and the inside handoff. Greyhounds able to stop that one for a short gain, only about 1 yard. So brings up 2nd and 9. Game clock under 3 minutes when by the time this one snapped. So again, Bobcats just really draining this clock, taking advantage of the whole play clock, really winding it down and trying to make the most of this drive as they're trying to drain as much time off the clock as possible with a 55-21 lead. Bobcats trying to continue with this ground game. And with 2nd and 9, trying to end around towards the right side as the quarterback tried to make something happen. That time goes about half a yard, so still going to bring up third and closer to 9 yards to gain. So the Bobcats on a rare third down tonight going to need about 9 yards to gain to try and keep this one alive. Right now, still in Bobcat territory with the ball sitting at the 46-yard line. 3rd and 9 yards to gain. Game clock inching more towards 2 minutes deeper into the third quarter. They're going to fake the inside give, now go towards the end around. Finds a lane, off to the races, still on his feet, and finally runs out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. So after 2 stops by the Greyhounds on the inside run, they were stuffed at that time. The inside fake and the handoff towards the right side is going to move the chains for yet another first down as now the Bobcats once again in familiar territory as they've lived all night in Greyhound territory. End around towards the right side. Able to pick up 5 on that one, so brings up 2nd and 5 now. Clock under 1 minute left to play in this third quarter.
Taft defense formed it over on that play. 2nd and 6.
So we are 2nd and 5. Now they're going to go right towards the left side. Cuts it back towards the center. Able to pick up another 4, bring it up 3rd and 1 yard to gain. And most likely that's going to be the last snap of the third quarter.
Bobcats just need a yard, long yard. And that's the end of the third quarter, folks. Bobcats 55, Greyhounds 21.
So that's going to be the last snap of the third quarter as the Bobcats on the march once again and head into the fourth quarter holding the 55-21 lead. Again, give a special shout out to tonight's sponsors. Even though it hasn't been going the Greyhounds' way, these sponsors were still kind enough to make sure that we were able to bring to you this live broadcast tonight, live from Floresville, Texas. So a quick rundown. Eric Rodriguez, Verdell Murphy, Kim Pettis, Faith Pettis, David Gomez, Olivia Moreno, Mike Sturgeon, Joe Adrian Vada, Nicole Rodriguez, and Ruben Rodriguez. Again, a special thanks to all those individuals who made tonight's broadcast possible. As the games go on and you go deeper into the UIL playoffs and everything, the UIL charges you fees, and tonight that was being able to be carried and being able to bring to you tonight's live broadcast without having to make you charge the monthly subscription to watch. So again, a special thank you to those tonight, and a special thank you to all the sponsors who made tonight to this season, Greyhound's second season, possible. Without y'all, none of this would be possible. So again, a special thank you. As here we are, 3rd and 1 for the Bobcats, and he's going to have enough for a first down. So the ball now sitting at the Greyhound 17-yard line.
Dragged down by
11:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Here we are. The quarterback fake on that one, able to get into the end zone once again, extending the lead even more than it already is with 11:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. 61-21, Bobcats add to the scoreboard one more time. And this one looks like it was a little bit too short on that one, so no good, stopping it at 61-21, 11:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. So we are off at the kick return team for the Greyhounds out onto the field. This time, only center man is Rodriguez, as the Bobcats have elected to try and keep away from him. The one time they kicked to him, they kicked to him twice. The first time resulted in a touchdown for the Greyhounds. The second time, they were able to cave in on Rodriguez. So let's see if they keep choosing to play keep away from him. They're going to get him a chance to return this one with 11:20 in the fourth quarter. Bobcats going to get a nice line drive. Going to let that one go. Rodriguez going to get a chance to return that one. Looking for a lane. Has a little bit of room to work with. Still on his feet. And a nice return on that one's going to bring up 1st and 10 with the ball at the 39-yard line of the Greyhounds. 11-10 left to play in the fourth quarter. So we are 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds. Acosta bringing the offense out onto the field once again. Looking downfield, feeling the pressure. Has a wide open Martinez on the right side. Able to get downfield deeper into Bobcat territory. With 10:41 left to play, the quick strike gets the Greyhounds into Bobcat territory with the ball at the 26-yard line. So we are. Costa, shotgun formation, looking downfield, escapes towards the right side, has Rodriguez wide open, and Rodriguez able to come down with that one. It's going to be stopped at about the 1-yard line. So Rodriguez, one of the positive notes tonight for the Greyhounds, giving it all as he's done all through his career with the Greyhounds, a senior, leaving it all out on the field as no different than any other game that he's played for the Greyhounds in his high school career. On that one, able to get down to the 1-yard line after he's able to muscle it down there as the Greyhounds get a new set of downs. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. A low snap as Costa tries a quick pass to Gomez. Incomplete pass, though, is going to stop the clock at 9:50. So we are Costa shotgun formation. From the 2-yard line, Greyhounds trying to put this one into the end zone. And an interception as a Costa tries to force a careless pass into the end zone. And the Bobcats make him pay for that one. And the interception is going to give the Bobcats the ball right back, starting out from their own 1-yard line for the second interception of the night. 9:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bobcats going to take over once again. So the first down carry gets about 1 yard, bringing up 2nd and 9. 9:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. Handoff towards the left side, off to the races, and he's not going to be catched. Oh, here comes Rodriguez, not giving up. In a second effort, Rodriguez shows his dedication and not giving up as it looked like he was wide open on that one. The state qualifying 100-meter yard showed off his speed right there as he was able to run him down and not give up on that one. So you see the heart that lies in Rodriguez as he did give up on that one and was able to walk him down at about the 12-yard line. First and 10 with a new set of downs. Now handoff towards the right side. Able to be brought down, but it's not till after he picks up another first down, so it's going to be first and goal with the ball at the 4-yard line. So now number 4 able to finish off the drive. Is he able to get into the end zone and extend this lead 67-21? 7:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Been all Bobcats tonight. And no good once again. 67-21, 7:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. All Bobcats as they're going to bring the kickoff unit out onto the field once again. Kickoff team back out onto the field. 7:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. 67-21 as the Bobcats set to kick this one off. Short kick towards the left side. Martinez going to get a chance to receive this one. Trying to stretch it out towards the right side. And a good open field tackle on that one. Going to bring up first and 10 with the Greyhounds starting out from their own 30. 7:10 left to play in the fourth quarter. As the last drive for the Greyhounds resulted in an interception in the end zone thrown by Acosta. Bobcats were able to drive the length of the field and add one more score. So the Greyhounds trying to add something to the board. Looking downfield. Acosta under pressure. And the ball is loose as another costly mistake. Ball still rumbling around. Somehow the Greyhounds able to recover that one. As the Bobcats initially had recovered the fumble as Acosta got careless with the ball in the backfield as he was scrambling to make something happen. It was fumbled and recovered by the Bobcats and then picked up. And somehow, just before he was about to score, fumbled it again, and the Greyhounds were able to jump on that one. So since it was a change of possessions, the Greyhounds are going to get a new set of downs, and it won't be starting from behind the stick. So here we are, Costa dropping back, dropping back. And that one deflected at the line of scrimmage. It's going to stop the clock at 6:38 after that incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd and 10. Dropping back, Costa looking downfield, looking downfield. It's going to go right back towards Rodriguez. Rodriguez able to muscle that one, still on his feet, driving a couple of defenders. Finally brought down after the big catch on that one. Again, Rodriguez leaving it out all on the field as he does every game. This game no different as he's still fighting towards the end. Again, Rodriguez has been a model player for this Greyhound program. Costa dropping back, gonna go ahead and try and take off. Just gonna decide to throw this one away, stopping the clock at 5:55, bringing up 2nd and 10. So here we are, Costa looking downfield, looking downfield. Gildry in the middle, incomplete pass. It's gonna bring up 3rd and 10. Costa downfield, looking downfield, looking downfield. Has Davis on the left side. Davis able to get away from one, able to pick up the 1st down and into Bobcat territory. Clock going to be under 5 minutes.
Tackle made by Alex Brissett.
So we are Costa once again back up onto the line, looking downfield, looking downfield. Has the receiver wide open in the middle as Martinez able to come down with that one.
Andrew Martinez. Make that number 9.
There you go, dropping back, dropping back. Acosta has time,
Goes to
looking.
the right. Decides to
Gonna
keep
go
it.
ahead and keep it himself. And runs out of bounds with 4:20 left to play in the 4th quarter. So we are Costa, shotgun formation. Nobody in the backfield with him. Gonna say he ran out just before the 1st down, so it's 2nd and still 1 yard to gain. So we are dropping back, keeping it himself. Gonna go ahead and try and keep it.
Tucks it.
Gonna have enough for a 1st down in a new set of downs.
About the 13-yard line.
Ball sitting at the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Greyhounds inside the red zone. Ball officially sitting at the 12-yard line. 3:20 left to play in the 4th quarter. Greyhounds trying to put this one into the end zone at least one more time before the night's over. Low snap, Acosta able to get this one. Tries the inside slant, and Gildry able to come down with that one and get into the end zone once again. So Greyhounds able to add one more to the scoreboard as Gildry able to bring down the inside slant for a touchdown. So 27-67, Greyhounds. Gildry's going to line up for one more. So the kick is good for the extra point. There is a penalty thrown late into the middle of the field, so they're going to be able to sort that out. So again, as this game's closing out, it looks like the Bobcats are going to run away with this one as they're going to be advancing to the next round. The Greyhound season will be wrapped up after this one. But again, you got to give it up to the props to the Greyhounds to be able to be in this position in the first place after the season started out in not such a positive manner. The Greyhounds were facing a 4-game losing streak when they went into Santa Rosa where they were down 20-0 before one block kick changed the momentum of the season. And after that, they were able to ride a 5-game winning streak into the playoffs and finish second place. So again, even though this game did not go in the favor of the Greyhounds, you have to give them their props to this coaching staff and to this group of kids that never gave up. And it is all led by a solid group of seniors from individuals like Rodriguez and Gildry and Acosta and Perez and plenty of other individuals along that senior group that have been able to establish themselves in this Greyhound program over the years. So it's been a pleasure and an honor to watch these kids grow and leave it out all out on the line. As the penalty, it looks like after the kick is going to back up the Greyhounds now, as the Greyhounds are going to have to kick off from their own 25-yard line after the personal foul backs them up 15 yards from the original kickoff spot. 3:07 left to play in the fourth quarter. Gildry going to probably just let this one go deep. Comfort going to more than likely just run this one out. So we are Gildry going to try the line drive. This one's going to probably bounce. Actually, it stays in. It dies out instead of rolling out of bounds. As now Comfort has a lane to work with. Still on his feet and a nice return on that one. And another penalty thrown. So originally there was a block in the back, but two penalties thrown late is probably going to offset it as looks like the Greyhounds threw in a little bit of extra stuff at the end on that one. So offsetting penalties, most likely going to just let the ball stay where it's at. So it says a block in the back, and then now they're going to mark off the personal foul. So it's going to bring up an offsetting penalty. So Bobcats are going to start out with their own 40-yard line with 2:51 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bobcats bringing out the second unit. Going to try to end around towards the left side. Cuts it back up towards the middle. Gonna gain maybe about 4 yards on that one. So this one's gonna be inching more towards the 2 minute mark.
Tackle made by Chris Bonjour and Trey Garcia. Short gain.
So we are handoff towards the right side, able to break away from one, still on his feet, able to slip away, finally knocked out of bounds, but not till after a first down.
Pinned up by number 15, Justin Martinez. Number 44 does not want to go down. 3 yard limit.
Game clock under 150 in this fourth quarter with the Bobcats on a new set of downs. Handoff towards the left side. Bobcats able to break away from one and finally brought down after 4 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 now. So we are under 1 minute left to play in the game.
Just over a minute left to play in the game.
Looks like the Bobcats are just going to bring out the victory formation. So again, we thank you. Special thanks to y'all that tuned in all season long, and especially tonight, as we're able to bring you this live broadcast. As that looks like the Bobcats are going to maybe need to nail it one more time. 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. This is going to be the last snap of the game. So again, it's been an honor and a privilege to be able to broadcast all these games and be the voice of the Greyhounds for these last weeks and through the season, especially another honor to be able to call another playoff game. So the Greyhound Network second season. So a special thanks to all those that tuned in all year long. A special thanks to Greyhound Nation as Greyhound Network will continue to go on through the school year as we'll shift to different sports and continue to bring you multiple different broadcasts through all the sports and activities around the community. So again, a special thank you to all our sponsors all season long. It was an honor and a blessing to be the voice of the Greyhounds, and a special shout out to the Greyhound football team and to the coaching staff. Even though it didn't go their way, they were able to turn around this season and finish with the heart of the Greyhound. And a special shout out to all those seniors that have just played their last game with the Greyhound uniform. So again, I'm Jeremiah Pettis behind the camera. I'm Anthony Hernandez behind the mic. Till next season, we'll see you later, Greyhound Nation.